Back.
Get ready. Prepare. Be ready to get.
It's morning. My body still feels heavy and unrested because of yesterday's tumultuous activities. Nozomi was severely injured by a commander, and Moko sacrificed herself to save her. One of the worst days of my life. The day of the fate the anti-sponsor alliance took a turn for the worse. Moko. There was no time for me to grieve her death yesterday, so all that sadness that I pushed down came bubbling to the surface this morning. I still couldn't believe how suddenly our mood maker had met her demise. Please let her be the last. I've had to endure an irrational amount of distressing situations for the last 48 days. I just really hope nothing bad would happen in the next 50. But the moment I made that wish, I could somehow feel in my bones that this call was going to lead to trouble. But I also knew I couldn't ignore the bell, no matter how much I wanted to. That's just what a great team leaders do, right, Moko? Reluctantly, I got up and opened the door. Takumi, I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but... What now? Nozomi's condition suddenly deteriorated this morning. What? I thought she was doing better yesterday. Her physical wounds have almost completely healed since we injected her with the concentrated cryptoglobin. However, other symptoms started showing up this morning. High fever, difficulty breathing, pale and clammy skin. All symptoms of an active viral infection, but I couldn't find any virus in her blood. I have no idea what's causing it. High fever and difficulty breathing. The pieces immediately clicked into place in my brain. Must be rejection symptoms. Rejection? What are you talking about? Well, Nozomi's different from us. I was left with no choice but to tell Yagamu Nozomi's secret. I get it now. Something like graft versus host disease then. The commander's blood we injected yesterday is starting to attack the host body. Yeah, her body is incompatible with cryptoglobin. I should have thought of that before we injected her with it yesterday. No need to be so hard on yourself. It was the best choice out of a dearth of options. So, how do we suppress these rejection symptoms? What's needed to suppress cryptoglobin rejection symptoms is more cryptoglobin. In the experiments, we were looking for a way to reduce the rejection symptoms, so we tried getting the blood to consume itself. My mom transfused additional cryptoglobin, and then the rejection symptoms stopped. We'll have to kill another commander and get her to absorb their cryptoglobin if we want to save Nozomi. But there are only 2 commanders left. Where would we even find them? There's no time. We need to go out and look for them right now. I grabbed my infuser and was about to fly out of the room when... Wait, Takumi. Gamu pulled me back by the collar of my shirt and almost knocked the wind out of me. There's no need to go out and send yourself to an untimely death when we already have a commander right here with us. Oh no. We do? Yes. Someone extremely pliant and well behaved, unlike the other commanders. I have a feeling she may even offer her blood without a fight, sparing us the need to kill her. A commander like that doesn't I suddenly realized who he was talking about. He was right. We did have a commander right here with us. In a courtyard prison cell. Ava. Ava may be willing to share some of her blood with us. I just realized that the whole, like, killing plan of killing Ava to get points wouldn't work because they're on school ground. They would have to take Eva outside of school grounds and kill her to do it. But this is where it all comes down to. I knew she was going to come into play at some point. She's not going to allow us to take her blood. It's against her religion. I am absolutely not giving anyone my blood. Despite explaining the situation to Ava and asking her to share some blood with us, I was coldly rejected. Please, we really need your blood to save Nozomi. Have you not been listening to a word I said? The god we worship prohibits the consumption of divine blood. I would no longer be a servant to God if I violated this commandment. I did in fact vaguely recall her saying something like that. It's just this once. Surely your god wouldn't get that angry. Don't be stupid. Once is all that's needed. There are no second chances. This is what faith means. It's seems like it would be impossible to convince the devout Ava to break her faith, unless, Ava, if you agree to give us some of your blood, I'll give you the key to your prison cell. You said you have a daughter, right? Her name's Commune or something? Think about it. You can free yourself and go see your beloved Commune again. I can't believe you're trying to exploit my love for my daughter to your own benefit. You disappoint me. I'm in no position to be picky about my methods. I need your blood to save Nozomi. So please, Ava, please save my friend. Ava lowered her eyes as an agonized look spread over her face, like she was trying to process a difficult thought. Very well. You can have some of my blood. Ava. But I can't be the one to hand it over. You'll have to take it from me yourself. I was pinned down and forced to give up some of my blood after putting up a valiant effort. Can that be the official story? Yeah, let's go with that. It was probably the best compromise she could make based on Ava's faith. We'd have to bring Nozomi here for that scenario to work. I quickly went back to Nozomi's room. I brought her to the cage with help from Yagamu and the others. Can you walk, Nozomi? Where's Mocha? I must save her. Nozomi was delirious from her fever. She was still living through the battle of that day, still trying to save her friend. Thanks for agreeing to help, Ava. Now Nozomi will have a fighting chance thanks to you. Dispense with the formalities and move her inside the cage quickly. When we went into the cage, Ava took off the suit she was usually clad in. She exposed her neck, probably to make it easier for Nozomi to suck her blood. Does anyone have a blade to cut my neck with? At that, Yagamu took out his knife and made a thin cut on Ava's neck with it. Blood started trickling from the wound. Nozomi, here, bite on Ava's neck. You'll feel better after drinking her blood. He pushed Nozomi closer to Ava and positioned her lips near Ava's neck. And then... Damn, she's really slurping. Are we like vampires now? Like... Nozomi bit on Ava's neck and started sucking her blood ravenously. She might have instinctively felt she would get better by drinking this blood.
She's drinking too much!
So focused on drinking up the blood, she had literally lashed herself onto Ava's neck. As soon as she said that... Sorry. She blurted out something completely unexpected.
I'm sorry for falling sick so easily. Don't worry, though. I can still go on. I'll help you and make sure your experiment goes well. So, it's okay. I can handle the injections. Even if I'm not feeling well, let me help, Mom. I'll be useful. So, please, don't die!
Nozomi?
Absorbing Ava's blood might have overstimulated her, and she was clearly confused. She seemed to have mistaken Ava for her mother, and kept crying and pleading for her not to die. She was likely remembering how her mother had killed herself after our Cryptoglobin project was shut down. I still think that Ava might be her mom. I don't know. I think there's something there.
You're being experimented on by your own mother? No! Do not
Maybe
agree
not.
to it! You'll just end up hurting yourself!
Was making desperate attempts to warn the tearful Nozomi, frantically telling her not to go along with the experiments. It almost seems like she was talking directly to Nozomi in the past. Could it be that Ava was seeing her into her memories?
No! Mom! Don't go! Don't leave me! She's no mother to you. No daughter should be expected to make sacrifices for her mother.
Nozomi and Ava held each other tightly and cried loudly until suddenly they both fell unconscious at the same time. Next morning, I immediately headed to the courtyard as soon as I woke up. Nozomi was resting in her room, and while I was concerned about her, she She was being well tended to by Tsubasa and Kiyoshika. Ava, on the other hand, was alone in her cage. As her caretaker, it was my duty to look after her. Morning, Ava. How you feeling? Like absolute crap, that's how. How much blood do you think I lost yesterday? One glance I could tell that Ava was borderline anemic. Maybe I should bring her some iron supplements later. My dear Nozomi drank me like I was a pack of fruit juice. I'll have to lecture her about her table manners later. Ava's affectionate tone of voice was throwing me a little off kilter. Ava, did you just call her my dear Nozomi? I did. What's wrong with that? I'm not trying to say it's wrong. Don't you give pet names to your relatives? That's how we do things around here, at least. What? When did Nozomi become your relative? What do you mean? She consumed my blood. We're literally blood relatives now. Well, some people would see things that way, I suppose. This had to be some sort of cultural gap. Wait, school invaders have culture? Takumi, I relived Nozomi's life yesterday. I saw every scene of Nozomi's past in vivid detail, as if I was there. Thought it might have been something like that, directly consuming Ava's blood. Briefly connected Nozomi's mind with hers. I could not believe what I saw in her memories. She was experimented on by her very own mother. Nozomi did tell me about that herself. Her mother had been researching cryptoglobin, and she experimented on Nozomi. There was so much fear, pain, and agony. Why wouldn't there be? They were basically injecting divine blood into the body of a still-growing child. It was cruel. Downright cruel.
What mother in her right mind would do such a thing to her own flesh and blood?
Ava punched the floor of the cage in genuine anger. But Nozomi didn't hate her mother despite what had been done to her. In fact, she blamed herself for not being useful enough. Even though she did nothing wrong at all, such a meek and obedient girl she was. She loved her mother so much, and what did that ungrateful woman do? Instead of reciprocating Nozomi's love, she went and hanged herself. Her mother hanged herself, huh? The person who discovered her dead body was probably... Foolish woman. So what if your project failed? You had a daughter who loved you so much. What else did you need? Yes, she was a fool. Children are innocent creatures full of unconditional love for their parents. Nozomi still loves her mother, even if that love will never be reciprocated. If she were my dear daughter, I would protect her with my life. Just then. Good morning, Ava. And Takumi. Nozomi, you feeling better already? Yeah, I've made a complete recovery, thanks to Ava's blood. Ava, I'm here to thank you for saving my life. I don't remember the details, but I heard I drank a lot of your blood. Sorry about all the stress I put you through. You're looking kind of pale. Is it because of what I did? I didn't give you my blood because I wanted to save you. I did it for myself. Still, I'm thankful. I'll definitely repay you. You protected me, and now it's my turn to protect you. This time. This time. This time. This time. Nozomi, I'll protect you.
Mommy?
Mommy? Mommy? Oh, sorry, that was a mistake. Didn't seem like a simple case of mistaken identity to me. Could it be that, just like how Ava felt empathy for Nozomi, Nozomi was feeling empathy for Ava as well? Takumi, if you don't mind, I'd like to be Ava's caretaker from now on. Since she's feeling unwell because of me, it's only right that I be the one to nurse her back to health. That's nice of you to offer, but Ava's leaving today. That was a condition for giving you blood. About that, actually. I decided to stay a little while longer. It's too dangerous for me to be wandering around outside when I'm not in top condition. I'll care for you until you get better. I can whip up a pretty nutritious porridge dish. That's settled then, Takumi. I'll take that. Hey, wait. Nozomi snatched the key to the hut out of my hands and clutched tightly with a smile on her face. You can count on me. I know exactly what a recovering patient needs. I'm a veteran at the frail and sickly thing, after all. Nozomi's excitement was somehow making me feel all the more uneasy about the situation. I can only hope that what she felt for Ava was purely gratitude, nothing more.
Get ready for your 50th day of active service. You're
Halfway
stepped
there,
in
baby.
blood so far. Returning would be in honor of the occasion. I've unlocked the courtyard. It's the perfect place to enjoy a moment
Yeah,
of
we
quiet
already have the
contemplation.
courtyard, but
I've
thank
also
you.
prepared a special gift for each and every one of you brave soldiers. I'll give them to you in person.
Thus began our 50th day at the Academy, and the 8th day of round 2 of the Invader Hunt. I'd called for the members of the Alliance to gather in my room for a meeting first thing in the morning, in order to discuss the future of the Inter-Sponsor Alliance. Losing Moko was a painful blow. We'll never stop grieving her. But we can't lose ourselves to despair. Moka didn't sacrifice herself for us to do that. She desperately wanted us to keep living. Lady Moko was a woman of integrity. She always puts her interest ahead of her own. By living on like she wanted us to, we become living proof that Moko made a mark on this world. That's right. We have to keep living for us to do that. Yagamu, how are the preparations for the assassination coming along? Smoothly. I have it on good authority, mine really, that the sponsor will be dead and buried before round 3 begins, exactly as I planned. Good. That means our objective remains the same. We need to stay out of last place so that none of us gets excluded. To just survive. That's our only objective. Let's work towards that goal as a team. I hope Yagamu doesn't end up dying somehow before the execution, because we have no idea what he's planning. By encouragement, everybody agreed with loud and firm voices. Moko is no longer with us, but we could still help each other to go on. Victory would be ours as long as we survived round 2. But there was just one thing I was concerned about. Sir Takumi, Lady Nozomi did not show up for the meeting. She wasn't in her room. She's most likely bringing breakfast to Eva. Nozomi had been spending a lot of time with Eva since yesterday, even though this was a critical period for us. I'll go get her. The rest of you can return to your rooms to prepare for the hunt. After dismissing the group, I headed to the cage in the courtyard, and there I saw... Okay.
Say ah! Nozomi, I can feed myself.
Sure you can. But there's no need to act tough around me.
Yeah.
What's going on here, Nozomi? Oh, morning, Takumi. Can't you tell? I'm nursing Eva back to health. I made a special convalescent omelet porridge. It's super effective. Nozomi's home cooking. I wish I could have some too. No, wait. Why is she making special food for a captured prisoner? Do you like it, Eva? Could do with with less salt and just less seasoning in general. Your cooking still needs some work, Nozomi. Oh, come on. You're being too harsh on me. I spent a lot of time on this, you know. Flattery benefits no one. Start working on those cooking skills now, or you'll never be able to get married. Who cares about getting married? There you go, being stubborn again. Never mind. Give me my second spoonful now, before the food cools. You see? It's edible after all. What was I looking at? Some wholesome scene from a slice of life soap opera? Eva was treating Nozomi like her child, but that was because she had given Nozomi some of her blood. As for Nozomi, she seemed to have developed a sort of kinship with Eva all of a sudden. Actually, this wasn't just kinship. More like, Nozomi, we're all going outside to earn some points after this. You should come along. Huh? Sorry, Takumi. I'm not going outside today. I don't feel completely well yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, you did just recover from your sickness. You should rest today. Yeah. Please let the others know as well. Well, we have 7 more days until the end of round 2. One day shouldn't hurt. After that, we went outside without Nozomi to earn some more points.
Any itchy spots I can help you with today, madam?
The top of my head, maybe. Yes, that's the spot. Nozomi, you sure know how to make a woman feel pampered.
Your scalp feels really
What is going
stiff,
on?
madam. Shall I give you a head massage?
That was the scene I was presented with when I went to the courtyard this morning to fetch Nozomi. Nozomi, what's going on this time? I'm washing Eva's hair for her. She's sick and needs some help with her hygiene. I feel so refreshed. A prisoner getting a spa day is simply unheard of. This is pure bliss. Nozomi was becoming way too attached to someone who was basically being held captive. Unfazed by my astonishment, Nozomi started blow-drying Eva's hair cheerfully. She smiled so happily, like an ordinary little girl. In the end, Nozomi didn't join us for the day's hunt either. We're gonna be in last place. That's why I think Nozomi's becoming way too attached to Ava. When the Alliance gathered in my room first thing in the morning, we started discussing Nozomi's recent behavior. I feel like this has gone beyond mere gratitude to Ava for saving her life. What's making Nozomi so obsessed with Ava? Maybe it was because she consumed Ava's blood directly by mouth, while also being in a physical contact with her. Unspoken biological data was shared somehow, and a strong bond was forged from that. That's quite likely. Ava even admitted that she saw Nozomi's memories. Maybe Nozomi saw Ava's memories as well. Such sophisticated concepts are beyond me, but I do observe that Lady Nozomi seems to be seeking a mother figure in her life. A mother figure? Lady Nozomi has a tendency to be drawn towards women who are intrinsically maternal. Take Lady Moko, for example. Whenever the two of them were together, Lady Nozomi always exuded great joy. Moko was the very definition of maternal. Or should I say, a mother hen then? So, in order to fill the void Moko left behind, Nozomi has become attached to Ava, someone who is equally as motherly. Alright, I think that's enough psychoanalyzing Nozomi for today. The more important thing is, how do we get her away from Ava and convince her to return to the battlefield? As things stand now, there are two methods we can try. The first is to drive Ava out of the academy immediately. The second is just kill her on the spot. No killing. I'd feel bad if we did that. And how do you feel about Nozomi's precarious position on the leaderboard? She's currently second to last. It won't be long before she falls into last place if she keeps refusing to take part in the hunt. Yagami was right. Nozomi didn't have much time left to rectify the situation. If she kept fawning on Ava and being unreasonable while joining the hunt, we might eventually have to take drastic measures. I'll go talk to her one more time. Ask her to think seriously about earning more points so that we can survive the second round together. And so I headed to the cage in the courtyard to do just that. I thought I would be greeted by the sight of Nozomi playing house with Ava again. However,
I hate you, Ava! You're just trying to be mean now!
I am not! Everything I said was for your own good!
what did you say? Stepping into the courtyard, I immediately heard loud bickering coming from the direction of the cage.
Shut up! Shut up! You don't know anything about me!
Wait, Nozomi! I'm not done yet!
Nozomi ran from the cage and straight out of the courtyard with her tears in her eyes. I quickly went over to the cage and asked Ava what had happened. What had happened, Ava? I saw Nozomi crying. Yes, because I told her what needed to be said. And what was that? I told her frankly her mother was a piece of incorrigible trash and she should stop loving someone like that. Whoa, that's a really sensitive topic for Ava. She's been struggling with her feelings for her mother. Of course she'd be upset to hear you say all that. So you don't think her mother's a piece of trash? We're talking about someone who subjected her own daughter to live experimentation, you know? No, that's not what I meant. The waste of breath who ended herself after her project was shut down without sparing a single thought for her daughter she tortured through those very experiments? Okay, when you put it like that, I meant she does appear to fit the definition of human trash. Still, it wasn't what you said, but how you said it. Someone had to tell her the ugly truth, or else her pain would never end. Nozomi still loves her mother. She blames herself for her mother's suicide. Poor girl. I must free her from this suffering. It was true that telling Nozomi the truth would be good for her in the long run. But people usually avoided such conversations. Nobody wanted to be hated by their friends. You're so strong. And aren't you afraid she might hate you? Ava? Does she hate me now? I don't know. She probably hates me now. I made her cry. I'm always like this. Even with Commune, I'd get agitated, say things I shouldn't, and then we get into a big fight. Someone like me is just not cut out to be a parent. Takumi, do you happen to have some alcohol lying around? Drown my sorrows with me tonight. And teach me the right way to raise Nozomi. Why would there be alcohol lying around? Telling the truth as it was, and then bursting into tears afterwards? Talk about mood swings. How did she ever become a commander? I'll go check on Nozomi. I headed for Nozomi's room with the intention of using this chance to drive a wedge between her and Ava. We were in the middle of a war and killing game. There was no time for anyone to be playing happy families with a prisoner. Oh, Takumi. I'm sorry you had to see all that just now.
Huh?
Yeah, about that. What happened actually? Do you mind telling me?
Ah.
I need to keep tabs on everyone because I'm technically team leader, so...
Mm.
No, I don't mind. This might take a while, so come in. I need someone to vent to right now anyway. Nozomi gestured for me to step inside her room, and then... Then Ava was so mean to me. She wouldn't stop complaining about the soup I spent so much time making. She said it was bland, tasteless, and needed more seasoning. And to top it all off, she said nobody would ever marry me if I kept cooking like this. She's so old-fashioned. Things like that don't matter these days. I listened to Nozomi vent for much longer than I had expected. I was honestly surprised to see this side of her. I'd always pegged her as the grounded, long-suffering type who never complained. I could deal with her grumbling about me, but this time, she went after my mother. She called her a trashy researcher who experimented on her own daughter. Wasn't that mean of her? She doesn't even know the whole story. Yeah, that was mean of her. She went too far. I decided to use this as an opportunity to drive a wedge between the two of them. I'm not surprised she's so heartless. She's a true blue school invader. She's only acting human-like to lull us into a false sense of security beforehand. Don't you dare talk about Ava like that. She raised her voice so suddenly, I thought my eardrums might burst. What's gotten into you? You started talking bad about her first. I have the right, but I won't stand for hearing anyone else speak ill of her. Complaining about her and then turning around to desperately defend her, it was almost like Nozomi thought she was...
Ah.
You're being weird, Nozomi. Ava's not related to you or anything. I know you're emotionally attached to her because she saved your life, but there have to be boundaries. This is neither the time nor place to be playing family with an invader. You'll die if you don't start focusing on the hunting game now. Nozomi lowered her eyes sadly, but I had no intention of holding back. I will keep urging her to stop this charade until she comes to her senses. The night I received Ava's blood, I had a dream.
Ah.
What dream? A dream where I relived Ava's life. So I was right. Nozomi saw Ava's memories too. Ava never wanted to become a soldier, but she had to live up to the expectations of those around her because she was born with the power of cryptoglobe. Elevated to the status of a hero, she fought battle after battle while thinking in her heart, if only I could just hurry up and die. I was surprised to learn that Ava felt that way. However, she stopped trying to seek death after one fateful day, the day she adopted her daughter. Commune. Yes, Commune. She's a daughter of Ava's dead older brother, so she's technically her niece. Ava's life changed completely after she adopted Commune. Zomi grabbed a pen and started drawing what looked like a face in a notebook. Was this the Commune we were talking about? Commune was a bright young prodigy and refused to listen to Ava at first. She would mock Ava disrespectfully and caused her a lot of headaches. Ava was about to give up. She had no idea how to handle Commune. Until one night. Ava found Commune secretly crying by herself. She wailed and cried for her mommy and daddy, just like a normal child. No, Commune had always been a normal child. Once Ava realized that, she held Commune in a tight embrace and made a promise. She promised to put aside Commune's status as a child prodigy and treat her the same way a real parent would. She promised to love her to the end, like she was her own flesh and blood. That must be why Ava was so desperate to keep living even if it meant being taken prisoner. She didn't want to leave Commune alone in the world. Ava's feelings for her daughter are genuine. That's why I felt comfortable enough speaking my mind to her. I should have been that way with Mom. If I'd just been honest with her about my feelings, she wouldn't have... I know you feel guilty about what happened to your mother, and I won't deny that the affection you feel for Ava is real. But can't you do all that after surviving the second round? You're in second to last place at the moment. One wrong move and you'll be executed. So please, Nozomi, join the game tomorrow and start earning points. She can't kill invaders. She feels a kinship after sucking the blood. And now she sees invaders and she's like, does not want to kill them. Why won't you look at me? I misunderstood the school invaders. I used to think they were nothing but heartless monsters. But they're not. They have families and loved ones too. Like I saw in Ava's memories. And that's why. She looked at me with determination and said,
That's why I won't fight the invaders anymore.
damn. Remember in the first timeline when she was like the most determined to fight the invaders, and now she's like, no, you don't fight invaders.
Will be the one to die in the second round.
That's crazy, dude. Do not be absurd, Lady Nozomi. You mustn't be the one to die. You have to reconsider, Nozomi. We'll all be safe as long as we survive the second round. In the morning, I visited Nozomi's room with Tsubasa and Kiyoshika in tow. I asked them for help to dissuade Nozomi from her decision, but... I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not changing my mind. Nozomi stood firm in her decision, and eventually... her name on the leaderboard fell to last place. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Why does it seem like everything that can go wrong is going wrong? Is there no way for us to convince Lady Nozomi to change her mind? Nozomi was hiding in Ava's cage today, with no intention of joining in the hunt. She was already in last place and would be executed by the sponsor at this rate. The second round lasts until day 57, right? That's just 4 more days, including today. We should just force her to come with us whether she wants to or not. Of course, if we can drag her to the hunting ground. Yeah, even if she doesn't participate in any battles, she'll still gain some points through the point sharing system. There was a way to gain points without laying a finger on any invaders. Anyone present during a battle receives a percentage of the points. Alright, we'll head back to school, grab Nozomi, stuff her in a bag, and drag her out. I volunteered to be the one to bind up Lady Nozomi. I'll make her look absolutely perfect in a diamond body armor. Jesus Christ, she's fucking cool. TMI about your bondage fetishes. Let's just hurry up. We rushed back to the school with every intention to kidnap Nozomi and drag her onto the battlefield with us. It would be heavy-handed, but I wasn't beyond stooping to morally ambiguous actions to save a friend. That was how desperate I was feeling at the moment. But we were so focused on saving Nozomi that we failed to realize something very important. Desperation was the name of the game for everyone right now, and that included Takamaru's team. The moment we entered the courtyard after returning to school, we were greeted by an unbelievable sight.
What?
Nozomi was covered in blood. She stood in front of Ava's cage with her weapon in hand, confronting Ima and Kako.
Miss Kirafuji, are you ever going to move out of the way? We have business with Ava.
I knew this was eventually
going to
happen. They want to
My
take her
dear
out.
sister needs to take her
outside the school
life to
grounds for
secure
the
her
point.
position. Imagine how many points we can gain by dragging a commander outside and killing her. Won't you spare a thought for my dear sister's life?
But she already has her position secured, at least for this round. Maybe she's thinking about the next round, but like, I mean, I guess they still don't know like what Nozomi's doing, like that she's not killing invaders anymore.
Please, Nozomi! Give me the key to the cage! I don't want to die! No. I'm not letting you have her. Just run away, Nozomi. You'll die if you lose any more blood. I'll be fine. Get away and heal yourself. I can't. I'm not running away. This time. This time. This time. This time. I'm going to protect Mom. Ah!
What do you lily-livered cowards think you're doing to Lady Nozomi? Nozomi, are you okay? Guys, please protect Ava with me. Oh shit. She collapsed on the spot as soon as she had finished her sentence. We ran over to her, then turned around to face Takamaru.
What?
Hey, care to explain what's going on? What happened to your policy against hitting women, huh?
Yeah!
What's wrong? Say something. I ain't got no choice. Ava and Kako are under my protection now. I gotta step up. Kako's in deep shit and desperate times calls for desperate measures. You getting me? I'll stop at nothing to save the asses of those belonging to me. Even if I have to kill Nozomi, I'll fucking do it. It was as if something broke in my head at that moment. Or it may have been the sound of me severing my bonds with Takamaru's. I thought you were better than this. But now I know you're just trash. Somewhere deep down, I still held out hope that I could perhaps reconcile with Takamaru and the others someday. But now, that possibility had been completely crushed. This place is too small. Let's settle this in the schoolyard. The winner gets to decide what to do with Ava. What do you say? Hell yeah. Bring it on, Takumi. You know I hate beating around the bloody bush. Always knew it'd come down to a raw fist fight between you and me one day. And that day's today. Ava, take care of Nozomi until we're done. Let her drink some of your Cryptoglobin if you're up for it. I will. Bring it to me, quickly. I left Nozomi with Ava and moved to the schoolyard where the battle between friends began. Well, then she gets a double dose of Ava Cryptoglobin, right? Will that, like, start to affect her, like,
Don't hold back just because they're
Ato
friends.
affected me? But we
They're out
absorbed
for our
all of
blood.
Ato's Cryptoglobin, so that might be the difference. We absorbed all of Ato's Cryptoglobin twice.
Not if we spill theirs first.
We can just use the Revivomatic if anyone dies, but the idea of killing a friend is still uncomfortable.
Technically, no, we can't use a
Anyone
Revivomatic.
lifting a finger against a
Because
maiden belongs to
This
the
isn't.
lowest
This is
rung of
even though this is the
existence
battle.
in the
This isn't
warrior code.
an invader invasion.
The holy Jumanji's blade shall smite all such lowlifes. Prepare for divine punishment.
Okay. Let's kill or be killed.
Here we go. This should do it. Let's do this.
Well, that's actually pretty good.
That's it. I've got this. Yeah! I got sloppy. Let's go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kako. My turn.
Damn it. I mean, I could
Let's
just
go.
agility potion.
Time to use it. I've
and
got
then
this.
backslash.
There.
Up.
I'm sorry, Eva.
Okay, dude.
Let's do this. Time to use it. Let's do this. Yeah!
Armor doesn't
Good to
affect
go.
anymore.
Take this. Let's do this. Yeah! Ready when you are. Yeah!
I'll
Easy.
remember this.
Yeah, you better remember this. Yeah, S rank. Deserved. After our victory, we brought Takamaro's, Ima's, and Kako's bodies to the Revivomatic. Once the revival process started, we hurried back to the courtyard to check on Nozomi's injuries. There, we saw...
It's okay, Nozomi. You'll be okay. Come on, drink my blood.
Ava was trying to share some of her blood with Nozomi. Nozomi was in a stupor, but she frantically suckled on Ava's blood as directed, looking almost like a nursing child.
I protected you.
Nozomi cried as she held tightly onto Ava.
I protected you this time, Mom. I've always wanted to protect you.
I appreciate it, Nozomi. But there's no need for you to do that anymore. It's the duty of a mother to protect her daughter, and never the other way around. So promise me, you'll protect yourself from now on, because you are my beloved daughter.
After that, we carried an unconscious Nozomi to her room and called on Yugamo to treat her. We were deeply indebted to Ava for saving Nozomi's life more than once. But now that this had happened, we couldn't let her stay in the school for much longer. So we decided to... This is good enough. Thank you for seeing me off. Okay, farewell, Ava. We released Ava from her cage that very day and allowed her to leave the school. Here, some food and water for your journey ahead. Your mask as well. It was a gift from your daughter, right? I'm so grateful for everything you've done for me. I didn't think I would ever be able to return home alive. What are your plans, Ava? Will you rejoin the invader army? No, I can't go back to being a soldier. I failed to carry out my infiltration mission, and even got captured. The army views me as a shameful traitor. Infiltration mission? You see, there's a bomb inside my body. My mission was to get close to everyone as a captive, and then blow myself up, taking all of you with me. All of us? Including yourself? What's the point of that? I had no choice but to agree to it. My daughter's future was at stake. Commune's future? My daughter is a young prodigy. She's already made a name for herself as a scientist, despite her tender age. Unfortunately, her bright mind attracted the attention of the army. They forcefully appointed her as a military researcher, and made her develop some weapons for them day in and day out. In order to free her from that anguish, I had to help bring an end to this war. And killing us all would have done that? But weren't you afraid? You were gonna die as well. I didn't mind. I knew it would grant my daughter the freedom she so deserved, and I was prepared to die for that, wearing the mask that she had made for me. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't kill you, because I gained one more daughter here. Eva chose to abandon her suicide mission after growing close to Nozomi. As a result, she no longer had a place in the army. Eva, do you have anywhere to go? You don't have to worry about that. I've prepared a safe house specifically for situations like this. My daughter and I will be hiding there for a while. I was hoping I could bring my other daughter along with me as well, but I don't suppose you would agree to it. Nope, sorry, but that won't be happening. Nozomi's a precious friend of ours. That is a shame. Eva looked down with a tearful expression. Parting with Nozomi was clearly painful. Nozomi will be sad to see you suddenly gone when she wakes up. Yeah, but it's not like this is a goodbye forever. We'll meet again someday, as long as we're all still living. Indeed, I'm sure we will meet again. If the war comes to an end someday, I'll certainly be inviting Nozomi to my house.
Tell Nozomi that I'll come back for her.
Those parting words, Eva left Last Defense Academy, turning around several times to stare wistfully at the school as she did. Eva left? Nozomi woke up 2 days later thanks to everyone's around-the-clock care. She didn't seem too upset when we told it that Eva had left the school. That's great. Now she'll be able to reunite with Commune. Families should always stick together. I'm really happy for her. I'm sorry I released her while you were asleep, Nozomi. Don't be. It was about time I gave her back to Commune. As long as she's happy, I have no regrets. Now I can die in peace. She said she'll come back for you. What? She's determined to reunite with you again one day. Oh, and to adopt you as her daughter. Eva wants to adopt me. She would be so heartbroken, thinking she could reunite with her daughter one day, only to learn that you had already been killed. Nozomi, are you really going to die and leave her behind? Surely you of all people would understand what it feels like to be left behind by a beloved friend. Are you really going to inflict that same pain on Eva? Please, Nozomi, can't you put your feelings aside for now and join the hunt for the 2 remaining days? It'd be sad if you died too, you know. Nozomi was silent. She seemed to be thinking hard about something. She must have been weighing her options in her heart. Would her resistance to killing invaders outweigh her desire to see Eva again? After what seemed like forever, Nozomi finally came to a decision. Alright, I'll do it. I'll rejoin the hunt so that I can see Eva again. Upon hearing her declaration, we immediately sprang into action. The Alliance members gathered in my room for an emergency meeting. The topic of the discussion, how to get Nozomi out of last place. The main issue is the point difference between Nozomi and Kako in 8th place. Nozomi stopped hunting for a whole week, so the gap is bound to be significant. And we need to close the gap by tomorrow. Kako would be frantically trying to gain more points as well. It was unlikely we would close the existing gap using the usual hunting methods. Was there a way for us to earn a large amount of points quickly? Or were our hands tied? If only there was a nest of metal slimes congealing somewhere nearby. Those blobs are perfect for EXP farming. That's a Dragon Quest reference. That's not the sort of game we're discussing right now, Kyoshika. Wait, that's it. Well, what? Of course, if the enemy won't come to us, we'll just have to go to them. We can attack one of their bases. There should be a commander there. They'll be worth a lot of points. Sounds like you have a particular base in mind. Yes, we infiltrated and destroyed it in my future. That's why I'm sure we'll find a commander there. If we kill them, the points will come rolling in. Where? Where is that base located? Southwest of the school, if memory serves. I roughly remember how to get there. It's quite a distance away, but it shouldn't take long if we take the school bus. It's too dangerous just to walk onto an enemy base. I'm not worth the risk. You absolutely are. Every warrior aspires to lay down their life for a friend in need. In fact, why are we not leaving now? I'll drive. Help me get it ready, guys. All of us immediately headed to the parking lot and prepared the bus for departure together. Okay. Obviously, this is going to end into a fight soon, so I'm going to pause here and have some breakfast. So, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.